Be me 17 years old. Small town kid, quiet type. My best friend Ethan, total opposite. Loud, funny, charming, everyone loved him. We grew up side by side. Every fight, every prank, every secret. He was the sun, I was shadow. But I didn't mind really. As long as we were together. Our circle of friends tight-knit. And then, there was Emma always. Brightest smile I had ever seen. First time she sat with us. I knew she was different. She laughed at Ethan's dumb jokes. But she also asked me questions. Looked at me when I answered. I fell for her instantly hard. But I kept it deep inside. Better to hurt quietly than ruin our friendship or the group forever. Every day I carried that secret. Watching Emma from across the room. She had this way of listening. Like nothing else in the world mattered. I dreamed of telling her everything. But fear kept my mouth shut. Ethan was fearless in every way. He always went after what he wanted. I convinced myself he'd never want her. That she was safe in my silence. We spent summers riding our bikes. Late nights sneaking onto rooftops. Emma laughing at our stupid dares. Those were the happiest nights ever. But every time she touched my arm, or leaned close to whisper something, my heart screamed, tell her the truth. And every time my lips stayed sealed. I told myself someday I'll be brave. Someday when the timing is right. But someday never seemed to come. It all crashed down one evening. We were sitting in a cafe. Our whole group crowded in booze. Ethan grinning like he won lottery. He tapped his glass for attention. Said he had something to share. I felt my stomach drop already. And then he said it plainly. Me and Emma are together now. The whole table erupted in cheers. Everyone clapped and laughed excited. Emma blushed and nodded smiling. Ethan kissed her cheek proudly. My chest tightened like steel cage. I forced a smile so fake. Inside I was breaking apart silently. My best friend, my secret love. In one moment both gone forever. Nobody noticed my shaking hands. Nobody saw how pale I turned. They were too busy celebrating them. That night, I walked home alone. Cold air biting my face sharp. I replayed the scene over again. Her smile, his arm around her. The sound of everyone cheering echoing. My heart felt like shattered glass. I kept whispering to myself quietly. You waited too long, you fool. You let fear steal your chance. Streets were empty but my head loud. Anger, sadness, jealousy all tangled inside. I wanted to punch a wall. I wanted to scream out loud. But instead I just kept walking. Each step heavier than the last. I thought of Ethan laughing carefree. Thought of Emma leaning into him. They looked perfect together to everyone. But to me it was torture. And I knew nothing would be same. Days turned into weeks, heavy and slow. Every hangout felt like silent punishment. Ethan joked like nothing had changed. Emma sat beside him glowing bright. Their fingers intertwined without hesitation. Each laugh stabbed deeper into me. I learned to fake smiles expertly. Nodding along while my insides twisted. Friends teased them, calling perfect couple. I laughed too, but it hurt. At night I stared at ceiling. Asking why I never spoke up. Why I let fear chain my voice. Ethan noticed my distance sometimes. Asked if I was doing okay. I brushed it off with lies. Said I was tired or stressed. Truth was eating me alive inside. I was losing my best friend. And the girl I always loved. I stopped texting as much as before. Started skipping some of the hangouts. Said I had homework or family stuff. But really I just couldn't bear it. Watching them together tore me apart. Ethan teased me about going ghost. He thought I was chasing new crush. I laughed it off, but inside burning. Emma messaged me once asking gently if I was mad at her. I typed a long reply twice. Then deleted everything and just wrote, "Not all good, don't worry." She sent a heart emoji back. That tiny symbol wrecked me worse. I stared at it for hours. Feeling close to her but far. I wanted to tell her everything. But then I pictured Ethan's face. And the words died on my tongue. One Friday night Ethan dragged me out. Said we needed just the two of us. Like old times before the group. We grabbed soda, sat by the park. He laughed telling dumb stories non-stop. But I barely heard a word. My mind kept screaming at me. This is the moment, speak up. My throat burned, but I stayed silent. Finally, he looked at me serious. Asked why I'd been so distant. I froze, heart pounding in my chest. The words clawed their way upward. Ethan, I've loved Emma for years. His smile vanished, eyes wide, stunned. He didn't even know what to say. I rushed to explain myself nervously. Told him I stayed quiet too long. That now I felt broken inside. Like I'd lost him and myself. Ethan leaned back, hands on his head. He stared at the ground, breathing heavy. For once, the loud, confident guy silent. The weight of my confession crushing us. After what felt like forever, he spoke. Jake, you should have told me earlier, man. His voice cracked, almost like regretful. I would never have hurt you knowingly. But now it's too late, isn't it? Emma cares about me and I her. He looked at me with sad eyes. Not anger, just something heavier, deeper. I wanted to scream or cry. But all I did was nod. Truth hung between us like a knife, cutting through years of brotherhood deeply. We sat there in the cold. Two friends who once shared everything. Now broken by the one secret I carried too long in silence. After that night, nothing felt the same. Ethan still joked, but with distant eyes. Every single word felt heavy between us. Every single laugh sounded empty and fake. Emma noticed the strange silence around me. She asked gently if we had fought. Ethan shook his head and said no. I stayed quiet, hiding my broken heart. Inside, I felt myself slowly collapsing. Seeing them together cut deeper than knives. I skipped hangouts, inventing excuses every time. My room became a cold, lonely prison. Late nights staring at her smiling picture. Wondering if honesty ruined everything, much worse. Yet lighter somehow for telling the truth. At least my secret was finally free. Still, the cost was losing my brother. And the girl I always deeply loved. Trapped between relief and unbearable, endless ruin. Days kept passing, but pain stayed inside. Ethan acted normal, like nothing had changed. He laughed loud but never met eyes. Emma smiled warmly, though I felt cold. Our friendship became fragile glass, ready breaking. I wanted to fix but felt powerless. Truth had built a wall between us. A wall I could never destroy alone. Late nights I replayed our younger days. Two kids dreaming, never fearing the future. Now silence grew heavier with every meeting. I wished I could turn back time. Tell her sooner before Ethan ever did. But wishing cannot rewrite what already happened. I carried regret like chains every day. Walking halls, seeing them hand in hand. Each touch between them tore my chest. Still I kept quiet, pretending all good. Inside, my world was crumbling to pieces. One evening Ethan and I sat quietly. The city lights flickered through park trees. He looked at me with tired eyes. Said he never meant to hurt me. His voice carried regret, but also finality. Emma cared for him, and he her. Those words sealed the truth completely forever. Our bond would never be the same. I nodded slowly, hiding the storm inside. Finally, I had spoken what I buried. Years of silence released into heavy air. Yet freedom came tied with unbearable loss. I lost my brother's easy laughter forever. And the girl I loved from childhood. Walking home, I felt strangely lighter though. Truth burned bridges but freed my soul. Sometimes silence is the cruelest kind of prison. And speaking destroys, but also lets you live.